Hello classmates, Zach Thompson here. I'm going to tell you about the First Barbary War. How many of you have heard of the First Barbary War? Probably not a lot of you. But what if I told you that without the First Barbary War, we wouldn't have a navy? Yes, it's true. Without the First Barbary War, our navy would not exist in the United States, or at least wouldn't exist to the way it does today. Because of the First Barbary War, our country has a robust, strong navy that protects and gives us the freedoms and privileges that we have. So today I'm going to talk about the forgotten American War and its importance. So first I have to take you back to our country's formation at the Treaty of Paris in 1783. The Treaty of Paris is a very important part of our country's formation because it is the treaty that ended the Revolutionary War. This is significant to our story because prior to 1783, we had always had a major force protecting our merchant ships in the Atlantic Ocean. Prior to our rebellion against Great Britain, we had the British Royal Navy always protecting our merchant ships. And during the Revolutionary War, our alliance with France afforded us the French Navy as protection against pirates and other countries with our merchant ships in the Atlantic Ocean. After we signed the Treaty of Paris in 1783, both of those powers were no longer behind us. And we have to remember that at this time our country is brand new and we are highly in debt after the Revolutionary War. And we're pretty chaotic and disorganized. So in 1785 we decommissioned our Navy. Our thinking was, we have no enemies, we're a brand new country, who would attack us? What we soon found out was pirates from the Barbary states would attack us and hold us for ransom. So I need to tell you what led to our war with the Barbary states. In 1784, one of the Barbary states, Morocco, attacked one of our merchant ships called the Betsy and held us for ransom. We need to tell you about what the Barbary states are first so that you have a greater understanding of the situation that we were in. So there is 4 countries that make up the Barbary state. There's Morocco, there's Algiers, Tunis, and Tripoli. Now, after Morocco attacked and held us for ransom, we started deciding how we were going to react to these things. Our leaders, George Washington, John Adams, and Thomas Jefferson, conferred with each other and with the Spanish government to figure out how to put a peaceful ending to these kind of situations so that we could sail in the Atlantic Ocean unmolested. Thomas Jefferson, doing some research, found out that it would cost around $120,000 to buy peace with Tripoli. This is significant because $120,000 in 1784 is a lot of money. And we were a broke, indebted country already. Also, it's significant because Tripoli was one of the smaller powers in the Barbary state. Algiers and Tunis would have cost a lot more money to buy peace from. And in Brian Kilmeade's book, Thomas Jefferson and the Tripoli Pirates, he talked about the cost that it was to maintain peace because we couldn't defend ourselves. Up to $500,000 a year at some point to buy off these pirates so that we could get our merchant ships back and get our citizens back. In 1786, Thomas Jefferson made some headway and he signed a treaty with Morocco. Morocco is significant to us because once that treaty was signed, that was one less enemy in the Atlantic Ocean. But also, it's significant because Morocco has the longest standing continuous treaty with the United States. Also, Morocco was the first country to recognize the United States as a country. So with one less enemy there, we had to determine what our next move was. So, according to Robert Bezzini's book, Glimpses into Capitalism, in 1792, Thomas Jefferson pushed for the formation and recommission of the United States Navy. And then in 1798, after we were continuously being held for ransom, the United States formed the Department of the Navy, a permanent portion of our government. And following Thomas Jefferson's 1801 election to presidency, he convinced the Congress to authorize the use of force against the Barbary states using our newly commissioned Navy. So now you know where we were as a country and why we decided to go to war. So now let's talk about what happened once we were there. Between 1801 and 1805, we had many skirmishes throughout the Atlantic Ocean. Some of them we made some headway, and we had some setbacks too. According to Joshua London's book, Victory in Tripoli, our luck turned at the Battle of Derna in 1805. With the help of 500 Greek and Egyptian mercenaries, we took control of Tripoli. We also planted our flag in Tripoli, which was the first time our country planted our flag and claimed any foreign soil as our land, which is pretty significant in and of itself. But in 1805, we signed a treaty with the Barbary states, officially ending our skirmishes. This was a very significant victory for the United States because now we had proven ourselves and proven our Navy's might against a very well-prepared enemy. We also knew now that we didn't have to worry about these merchant ships being attacked. And this came really in handy just a few years later when we went back to war with Britain in 1812. We already had a strong and robust Navy to help defend us against the British Navy in the Atlantic Ocean. So in conclusion, I want to kind of go back over some of the key things that happened. First, we learned about our country and how chaotic we were at the beginning. We were broke and we had no military might. We were attacked by the Barbary states, held for ransom, and it caused us to decide to defend ourselves and recommission our Navy. And finally, we defeated our enemy and grew a robust Navy as a result of this war. So, because we went to war with the Barbary states, today we have a strong and robust Navy. And we were prepared for our enemies just a short 6 years later in the War of 1812 against Britain. So, because of the Barbary War, today you get to enjoy some of the privileges and freedoms that come with having a strong, robust Navy. Thank you.